And this time there's actually sound.
We hope.
Oh no, there is. I can see the bars. Well, in that case, what we should really do is train, because we have a couple weaklings. Do you have the XP share? Yes. No. In that case, I'm going to level up a Gibble. Where shall I level up? 206? Maybe? Oh no, to get to 206 we need to have cut, which I don't know if we currently have. I don't, so I'm guessing that's on the Bidoof. I guess we just go down to this piece of grass. What level are they? 5. Ah. Never mind, this may be a bit easy.
Is that the one just next to the ramp?
Yeah, that's level 5. We might want to go back up Cycling Road and grind up there again. Because to get under Cycling Road we need cut, and obviously we don't have that on us. Whee!
You the XP share.
I gave the Shellos mine because it's just the lowest level. I'm going to train the other two. Yeah, I've gone all the way back up. I guess we should go on the left, probably.
Yeah, I actually still think that they'll be higher, I think. I think they were like...
They're level 14.
13.
That's about right.
Yeah. Oh, I just realised the difference between the male and female Gibbles.
Is it the band colour? Because mine has blue bands.
No, it's there's a cutout.
Oh, yeah, there is.
With a fin.
Why do I feel like Gibble has red bands on it, though? I feel like Gibble should have a red band on it. Hold on.
I don't have my plushes of them.
No, they have the red belly. But...
Yeah, I've never really thought about the red bands then. I might use them.
The shiny one's blue, like proper blue with something else. Which I now can't remember.
Right, is it blue and green?
I don't think it's green.
I don't remember. I might actually swap them around, because having a lower level Pokemon beat high level Pokemon means more XP. I'll see what happens. I forgot you called yours Flubble. I'll see what happens if I use a level 10 against a level 12. Ooh, Mud Slap or Water Pulse? Which one's a higher thing? 20? Oh, easily Water Pulse, yeah. Can't move moves here, can I? I'd have to do that from the menu. Hurt himself. Oh, yeah, and also in Moon, I did end up turning off the XP share. I did the first island with it, and then I turned it off because I had one Pokemon that was quite low compared to the rest, because of just when I caught it and where I caught it. And then I just... I'll move the moves around now. Then I just kept it off because you don't need it on. Because I had a level 20-something, and I was leveling up like a level 15. And the XP share was already making my Pokemon not get used as much, because they just weren't useful. I wanted certain things to be used at certain times. It was just, oh, Never mind, you're already high level. Takedown seems like a dangerous move. And wobble. Oh right, that's why you called yours flubble. Quick attack. Knock off, I guess. Hardened sound attack. Yeah, the only thing is moves. If it was generation 5 and onwards, I want to say, is when TMs became infinite, I'd be happy. I might have to turn off animations.
That's a good point. I think mine is still turned on as well. Yeah. If you notice me go quiet for a second, it's because I've muted my mic because I'm probably coughing.
Yeah.
I'm still mildly recovering from the COVID.
The plague.
Yeah. 12 days I had it.
That's actually quite a long one.
Yeah. And it was like, I want to say, really bad for at least a week.
Level 11 Shellos. Mud. Yes. We forget to move. Forget Mud Slap because Mud Bomb. No. Don't give up on Mud Bomb. Be very careful now because going down doesn't take you to Mud Bomb. From the right, it takes you down to the down arrow. Mud Bomb is 65. Mud Slap is 20. Yeah. Mud Bomb is less accurate, but I'd still rather have the higher damage. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Oh, I also need to turn off things. There's no good place to grind unless we swap the Bidoofs in instead of certain Pokemon and grind in the under road bit. Because I feel like the Pokemon here are a bit. On the right, they're maybe too dangerous. At least they were for Budu, but these are quite different Pokemon. And on the left, they're a bit too weak.
Yeah, well, I've just put the XP share on the Pachirisu, and I'm leveling up the I'm just fighting with the Ponyta. I'm just one-shotting everything on the left and gradually going up. It's just.
Yeah, I might do that actually as well. Put the I'll try my Gligar on the right. Ground flying should be fine.
Yeah, because your Pokemon were a little bit further behind mine, because your Gligar was weaker.
My
and
Gible was weaker.
Yeah, and your Shellos was one level lower as well.
Unfortunately, to level up a Gligar, I will need a Razor Fang. Or Razor Claw. Razor Fang or Razor Claw? No, Razor Fang, because Weavile is Razor Claw. I think. One is one is the other. I don't remember.
I don't think I've ever done it myself, so
I've never used one either. I've used a Sneasel for a while, but I didn't keep it. Dark Ice is just such a bad type defensively. They're weak to so much. And Ice doesn't help that, being only resistant to itself. Fairy's interesting. It's only weak to like 2 types. Poison and Steel.
Yeah.
Interesting. It's a surprisingly good. It's a deceptive type. It's surprisingly good at dealing damage. Actually, very strong. Any item? No. Meditate, which is attack and defense. Attack. Just attack. Oh, it's level 13, so I'll be fine. Confusion. I like how it raised its attack and used the special move. Oh, I'll be fine. I definitely feel like grinding is a lot slower in this generation, though. Wait, did I not? I just noticed. I must not have either A, turned off the right thing, or B, said confirm.
Because you've still got the animations.
Yep. Even without that, though, the XP is just so low, at least it feels like it. I'm sure I'm just used to Generation 7, where it's higher.
Yeah, probably. We have spent like an entire 3-hour bit just doing this.
I know.
So...
Hold on. Options? Did I turn the right? Oh, oops, yeah, I turned it to set. I went down too far.
Oh.
I mean, I'd be fine trying set. We'd probably lose.
I mean,
Actually, we probably wouldn't. We'd probably just have a bit of a harder time.
I started set for the Brilliant Diamond one I did. Well, started that I just haven't finished. But I didn't really find it any more difficult.
No, you just have to not have something that'll explode as soon as you need to change it. It makes it slightly harder to swap in, but that's about it.
Yeah, it takes a little more forward thinking as to your team from the start. You can't just decide, oh, this thing's coming out, I could just do this.
Yeah.
Like, actually think about it a bit more, but other than that... It is one of them things that when you get, especially to the Elite Four and stuff, it's much more... It increases the difficulty quite a bit more. Because you're punished every time you want to change.
Yeah.
And especially if you've lost a couple of Pokemon in the first few Elite Four, it's going to be, well, your options are reduced.
That's true, actually, because you can't, especially in a Nuzlocke, you can't do anything in the Elite Four. I'd imagine you have to train very, very carefully for the Elite Four, because if you don't, you will just lose. Because you can't back out. You're either in there, or you win.
So the good thing is with it, I can't. I have to see if we can get a Pokemon to Cynthia's Garchomp's level before the Elite Four or before her. I can't remember how that's done. If it's before the Elite Four, that would be good, because then they'd be able to get 1 or 2 more levels before Cynthia, so you'd be a little bit over leveled.
Yeah,
which you might need. That'll be something we'll need to look into, because I don't actually know how that's done.
Ooh, that's good.
Because I know with the gyms, it's the gym leader itself. So whether it's
then they all kind of count as gym leader type battles, though, which is the problem.
Because if you had to do it for the first Elite Four member, you'd be in real trouble, because you'd be like 15 levels weaker. Yeah, just that one thing could drastically change how difficult that.
I'd imagine it's the first one, and it's
I think
by the ending fight, because it's all one big set of fights.
Yeah.
Oh, my current problem with this isn't health, it's PP. I still think I should teach Return to the... Oh, it's not in the team anymore, but if we ever put it back in, the Buniri, that is just the perfect candidate. Normal type, that requires happiness. Though obviously to level it up, it would take quite a bit. Use takedown. How much damage does that deal to me? 1. Yeah, that's not bad.
Is it just Psychic and Steel types on that side?
And matchup. And fighting. Yeah, there's not much. They're just a bit more... They're riskier, but they're a slightly higher level. And Zubats, apparently. That one I forgot about.
But that's nothing that's strong against fire, so I might move over there now. I've just got up to level 17, so I should...
Yeah, oh, that did a bit more damage.
Yeah, he's up Upland Spark.
Hooray! Yeah, that's useful. I'm gonna run away. It might make sense for me to XP share while training the stronger Pokemon and just doing them one at a time, like you are. Oh no, you are using level 17 though, like I am. It just happens to be that your one is having an easier time. I'm tempted to say we swap out one of the other Pokemon for the Bidoof and go down to Cycling Road and just do under there, because they will be higher down there.
Alright, I think this is going alright. Attack is sharply lowered. I think this is just normal lowered, isn't it?
What's over here? Bug and grass. Then I am also using the XP share, so it will be slower feeling anyway. That's the only problem. It lived. Sandstorm it. I might actually start doing that. It's like, well, I want stuff. Actually, hold on. My team is, yeah, 4 of my team members are immune to Sandstorm.
It's a pretty good strat, though.
I have 3 part ground. I have 3 part ground types. How did I let this one happen? Dragon ground, ground flying, water. Well, will be water ground in future. Ooh, that's almost leveled up as well. Good. And then Shieldon is obviously rock, steel. Yeah, I think if I need to finish off something, I'll just use.
I'm very scared. He just used Bide, and then I hit him, and he's faster.
What turn of Bide is it?
That was the first one.
You should be able to get another hit in, because it's activation, which counts as a charge turn, only charge turn, then release.
Oh, so it has to do another charge turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can run. You win.
Yeah. That is why this side scares me. Oh, it's like barely more XP as well.
Well, it's 50-something versus 80-something. It's surprising what the difference would be, but yeah, that's up to you. I've moved over here because of what you said, if you just killed him in 1 hit, or 1 or 2 hits.
Yeah. I imagine with the Bronzors I'd be fine, because it would just be a one-shot, but...
Yeah, well, they are resistant to everything. But, yeah. Actually, no, yeah, with the Bronzors, depending on what their ability is, it won't be a one-shot.
Oh, yeah, because...
If it's heat-proof.
Yeah.
Level 13, Mudstang. The thing that's funny is there's a Generation 7 Pokemon called Mudsdale, which is horse. I don't have it. I went past where you can get the whatever the pre-evolve form is. They have a really weird cry. They sound like goats. So if I then swap to... Now it's level 13. If I now swap this in, and then item take, and then 298, 346. But if I then give this to you because you're closer. Give the... You know what I'm spoiled by future games? Being able to press up to go to the bottom of the bag. Hey, Silcoon. Over to a Beautifly. Well, if I do a mud bomb, I guess. Oh yeah, right.
Unfortunately, I've still not had my email for the Steam Deck. But
yeah, that's not fun.
Out of the 3-month period where it could appear, there's now only 2 months left, so it must arrive at some point.
Exactly. Oh, you paid for an empty box. Oh, on yesterday actually, I had to take my tiny 2-in-1 laptop thingy in for some HACCP health and food safety training, food hygiene. Yeah, we were all told to bring in our devices that we didn't need. It was all pen and paper.
Nice.
Yep. It was very easy.
Was it don't lick the plates?
Yeah, how to keep everything hygienic while doing stuff. Yeah, using the lower level Pokemon with an XP share makes more sense. If you can beat them, you get higher XP, obviously, because Pokemon does that. So the XP is higher and it gets split as higher rather than being higher and it gets lower than it gets split. Good job, but if you must took yourself out. Maybe I should have kept Mudslap instead of Mudsport. Probably should have replaced Mudsport, it's useless. Because then, if there was a little ending tap I needed to do, I could just use Mudslap. It's gone now, because obviously I don't need it. Yeah, no, my headphones are good, and this mouse is good. Keyboard I'm going to keep for now. At some point, either when I build the next computer, or at some point, I'm going to get a different case. This case is too big. It's fine, as it is. But, well, you've been in the room, it's too big. It's a nice looking case, but function-wise, the only reason my computer doesn't choke itself to death on heat is because it genuinely just... One, they're efficient parts anyway. Like, my processor... was it 65 watt TDP or 45? 65.
65.
Yeah. Which for its power is really low. Oh, that could be a problem. And a poison type move? No. If I have any Pokemon that would be useful here, probably Chompus.
Mine's known for being quite hot, but
What
considering
case is it?
mine... no, the CPU, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
But considering, it's fine. It never gets to 80 degrees, which as far as I'm concerned is fine.
Yeah, mine barely ever reached 70, graphics card or CPU. Yeah, I want PP. Run! I don't need it quite yet, but I might as well. Laptop gets hot though, but then that's a thin and light that with not high power because it never was at the time anyway, but decently powerful processor for the time. 6700 HQ in 2016 was a decent processor, and 1060 mobile, 6 gigabytes luckily. I even made sure to check at the time as well. But yeah, like I've said before, I'm happy I have it, but if I could replace it, and if I could merge the functions of my little convertible thingy, which is what it's actually classed as. It's a 2-in-1 because it is, but it's a convertible because you can flip it. And the gaming laptop, and just have a decently powerful 15-inch, I would. I can. I would just rather spend that money on actual useful things like driving lessons and other things that I am still waiting for. When someone wants to message me and say you're next on the list, I'll happily say okay. But that hasn't happened ever. Waiting.
I was planning to start practicing driving like with my parents after the wedding, but then we all got COVID.
Oh,
so
you're all in a contained bubble. You'd be fine.
Well, no, it's more not having the energy to get out of bed isn't necessarily
Yeah,
a good condition to drive a car.
Yeah. No, I do love the amount of oh, just come down to the hospital. You'll be fine. It's like my leg is broken. And there's no buses that run near me. Also, this is a terrible matchup again.
Oh yeah, I had
I have nothing that's good against. Ooh.
Do you have nothing good against grass?
No, I do. I have the Wobble would be, but he has no flying moves, and Crobat is not Crobat. Golbat is Golbat. No, I'm just looking at the typings, and actually, I do have a massive holes in my type immunities. So by the end of this, 3 of them will be immune to electric, which would be amazing against Volkner. I have nothing strong against. Oh no, yeah, ground is. Never mind. No, fire. I have nothing specifically strong against apart from 1. I should go through the types and actually see.
We did, didn't we? That was how we decided. We went through the typing.
I know, but because this was genuinely the best typings. But no, if I just look at the types, obviously, just type, not Pokemon type. Obviously, Fairy doesn't count, but type chart. Wing attack. I'll just murder this one. But yeah, genuinely, yeah, I know that's how we did it, but I'm just thinking, like, might as well look. So, what do I have? I have a water type. Well, no, I'll go normal type. I have nothing specifically strong against normal, but it's normal, it doesn't matter. Fighting type. I have a flying type, that's fine. Though most of them aren't good against that. Flying, I have a rock type, an electric type, several rounds which are bad actually. Ground type, oh no, poison type. I have. Ground is strong against poison, isn't it?
Yep.
I have a steel type, it's immune. There you go, I have a steel type. Ground type. I have a water type. That's it. Oh, and I guess I have the Golbat, but chances are ground types will have rock type moves anyway, so that's not going to help. Rock type, I have water type. Bug type, I have rock and poison. Ghost type, that could be a problem, but I know at least some of them can learn dark moves. Well, Golbat can.
Though that is the next gym.
Yeah, that's the problem. Steel type. That's a good question. Steel is weak. Oh no, yeah, steel is weak to ground. Never mind, that's fine. Fire, ground.
Yeah, I'm also going to struggle against Ghost.
What do you have? Well, actually, what do you have on?
I mean, I have Pursuit on the Weasel.
That'd be fine.
But that's it.
So we're mostly neutral to go, so I'm just looking at specific advantages. Overall, we'll be fine. It's just not necessarily going to be easy. What else is there? Water type. I have an electric type. Grass type. I have the flying type. Electric type, grounds. Psychic type, dark moves, and that's it. I have nothing specifically good against Psychic either. There's a few other things as well. Like, Ice type. Oh, Ice is easy, I have Rock. Dragon type. Right, we have a dragon. Dark type. Yeah, that's a good question actually. What will we do against Dark type?
We
have no fighting and no bug. Well, it would be neutral against it by a lot, so it'd be fine. But specific advantages, we don't have any.
It seems like your microphone is peaking a couple of times.
Oh, that's not fun.
Hmm.
I don't think I've changed anything.
It went like really distorted and shrill.
Ooh, that's not fun.
Then
that could have also been the onlineness, because I've never had anyone in the stream chat complain. But then they could also just not be complaining. I don't know. What about if I talk this loud? That's saying about.
I think so. Yeah, it only did it like a small little bit.
Oh, that went like fully like red.
Yeah, it wasn't really like that. I think it might have just been the online.
Probably.
It sounded something like that.
Even when it goes red, I don't think I peaked the mic. I don't have a rolling graph, which is because I don't use a specific sound recorder. That could be useful to do, but meh, I don't care. That for streaming, that requires putting in an extra, well, recording actually. Streaming, I just use it as it is. And that requires messing with timings and synchronizations and everything.
Mm.
Hold on, is ground... Does bug resist ground? Well, it must, it just did.
No, it's... wait.
Because
Yeah,
that's one I didn't know. I'm level 14 now, so I might swap to the others. I don't know. What level do we want to go to? 18, then we can just catch up from there. Because at least if we're decent enough level to grind somewhere else, we don't have to grind here. Because here is level 14s. Which is about right for now. Maybe level 19. Because we don't want to stay here forever, because that'd just be really slow. Because we can move on and have them catch up that way.
I think once everything's up to at least 19, maybe go to Beneath Cycling Road.
Yeah. What level is the stuff down there? 15 to 20, I think.
I guess so.
I don't know.
But I think well, that's where we caught the Ponyta and the
Gligar.
Yeah.
Gligar's a Pokemon you forget about.
I always mix up Gligar and Glysker. I always forget which way around it goes. I don't know why.
I just find it funny how Gliscor is dark blue and Gligar isn't. Finally, it used Hypnosis twice in a row. Obviously, it's just random chance because that's all the AI does. At least the wild Pokemon AI do. 16 experience points. Lovely. Split 3 ways. Well, 4 ways and 2 parts in one. I do like how the XP share does that.
The one with the XP share always gets half.
Yeah. Unfortunately, that means that the rest don't, but obviously if you have the XP share, then you're just focusing on one Pokemon anyway. So it does work. But yeah, no, saying about PC stuff though, like the mouse and everything, I think, obviously my PC is the most powerful it's been ever. But genuinely, I think 3700X and 3070 is a very good pairing. I've not noticed one bottlenecking the other at all.
The numbering is nice.
Yeah, that too. That is part of it. But no, in terms of actual power, they genuinely feel like they're about right.
Because I went for the more powerful CPU for maybe going for a more powerful GPU later, and then building maybe like a VR rig, because that doesn't really require a lot of CPU, so that could be made with the 3070 quite easily.
Yeah.
Without too much extra expenditure.
Also, you bought yours second. I bought mine before the 5000s came out.
Yeah.
Not long before, because I either didn't care or wasn't paying attention, one of the two. It doesn't make a difference anyway, because on a graph, the on-paper difference between our processors isn't worth the money. At least for me right now. Now that I already have something, it's not worth buying. It's like, the Switch. There's no point buying the new Switch, because the old one is... If you have the old one...
Now, they definitely are, because I think my one's down to like 300 instead of the 400 which I paid, and it started off at 440, I think it was.
Oh yeah, no, I mean around the time where I bought it.
Yeah.
Well, even then, maybe now the price difference between the two. But if I'm going to upgrade, what I would do is buy into AM5 instead. Because then I'd need to build a new system anyway, because I need a new motherboard. So I might as well just build the whole new system, which I plan to do for my next PC anyway. I'd probably transfer the graphics card over, because that's a lot of money just to build a new system. But I'd just put all this stuff into storage, probably sell the case, because I do not know where to put it.
I think the next thing I would do is...
NAS.
Maybe not. I still have... It depends, because I have a...
You have the old set of parts as well.
Yeah.
They would easily handle a NAS. I do not use my parts that we put together at the full potential. But then I was planning, and probably still do plan on running virtual machines and game servers on it for when we do like a private Java Minecraft world or whatever. How long has my Pachirisu had an item for? Because it has pickup. I might have wasted all these fights. Oh well. But yeah, that's why I chose the parts I did. For the same reason as you said your CPU. Not for now, but in future I plan to use it for a lot more.
I think what I would do is probably end up maybe getting a little bit more storage, because I have one 2.5-inch bay that's doing nothing. That if I needed more storage, I could.
Yeah.
I'm not quite at NAS yet. Not until I start doing stuff with video, which
like
I plan to.
Yeah.
Once I've finished uni. But
well, I have for 1080p. I have decently generously low recording settings based on the current action on screen rather than a standard bitrate thing. If you want to know standard rates. But yeah, if you want to know it by a standard rate, as in one video file of this long will be this big, set bitrate. If you want it to actually look good, the other one. Which is a problem, because Risk of Rain 2, and Minecraft actually, because obviously you move around the camera a lot, they create massive files. This game, tiny. It's great. Binding of Isaac is also tiny. But yeah,
so I think
that's why I got one.
A mild storage increase, and then
yeah.
I might end up selling the GPU to someone and getting
3070.
Yeah, and then getting the maybe one of the 40 series when it comes out, but that depends on what they are.
That's something I actually watched a video. I don't remember which one. That made a comment on when people did that with the 20 series, and then they ended up not having a 30 series. I'll say that one. Do that at your own risk.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean by I'll see how that goes, because it would depend on performance and availability.
I really doubt it, but can you SLI 3070s? I don't think so.
No, they don't have the connector. Only the 3090s and I know the 3090s have it. I would presume the 3090 Ti's also have it, and I don't think the 3080 Ti's have it. Though actually, they might do, because the 3080 Ti is a 3090 with half the memory.
Yeah, but that's whether or not they
whether they add
the exact same thing, or if that's just the components that they stuck on the board.
Yeah, I don't know. I know a 3090 has it, but anything especially anything from the 3080 down doesn't.
Yeah.
And that's only because
It's just not worth
professional apps. It's only for professional applications.
Yeah. It's
That's
just
it. That's it.
SLI has actually never been worth it.
But no, it was for like 6 months in like 2005.
Yeah, but no, because you
Other than that.
you will literally never double your performance with SLI. You're always better off by just getting a new graphics card. Obviously, you have to have it be worth it to do so, but if you don't, it's just wasted money.
Yeah, it was basically just a little bit after it came out. It made sense if you already had one.
Yeah.
Because it was, if you wanted to upgrade, just buying the same one instead of the new one, you'd basically get the same performance, but it was cheaper. That was the only time it made sense, and then like immediately afterwards.
And
it
in
was
laptops, actually. Because Scott has a dual 980 or 980 Ti laptop, and it still keeps up for the most part.
Though
He
even
had that laptop
now,
before his desktop, which is a 1080 Ti, which would easily beat the laptop.
yeah, a lot of old SLI configurations people are recommending now just taking out the other graphics card because you actually get more performance.
Yeah, because of the efficiency.
Because it's the games were better optimized for it than.
Well, also,
Which
they need
wasn't.
to support it. If
Yeah.
the game doesn't support SLI, it will struggle and complain, and usually look horrible.
Well, it will say you're getting like double the frame rate, but it'll look like ass.
Yeah, that's could be because the frame controllers aren't lined up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's something like that. So it's reporting you're getting like 300 FPS, but it'll look like muffled garbage.
Or would it just be as simple as both graphics cards are rendering, but only one of them's outputting? So the frame time is double, but your frame rate isn't wrong. It's just half of them being thrown away.
There was one implementation where it was like one GPU render top half of screen,
Yeah,
other render bottom.
That cause a lot of screen tearing.
Yeah, that sort of died quite quickly.
Yeah, alternate frame render was always the better option. Do one as one as the other.
Because to get exactly the same frame times, because it's not, because you think like, oh, like say for a 60 hertz panel, you wouldn't think that's too difficult, but it's the signal to the monitor that needs to be like within nanoseconds.
That's where frame buffers come in.
Yeah.
Sometimes delay is a good thing. Consistency is better than lower latency.
But it's hard to buffer two inputs.
Yeah.
Which is, yeah,
it made sense as an idea, but it also makes sense to drop it.
It was like, this could work. Oh yeah, it could. Tried it. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, for this reason. Oh yeah, of course. It makes perfect sense now.
And then there's all these companies going, look at our numbers. Stop giving me buddies to fight. It's fine because I'm sending out Chompus because he's the one who has the XP share anyway. But stop giving me buddies to fight. Thornton died. You don't need to remind me.
Stop hunting me.
I genuinely don't. Well, one, it's been long enough, but also at the time I genuinely didn't care anyway. Aside from being, oh, that's annoying, I genuinely haven't cared about any of the Pokemon that died.
I was very upset about the loss of the starters. Starters was quite bad.
That's the one where I mean it's just like that's actually annoying, but we can easily move on from it. There's other water types in the game and other grass types.
My loss of the Starly, that hurt me.
Yeah, but none of our losses have been necessarily our fault. They've been possibly... I'm not going to say not entirely our fault, because obviously we put them in the situations where they actually couldn't win. But from our current judgment in the moment, all of those moves made sense. Or we just got random crit.
Yeah, both of mine were just random crit one-shots.
My one, the Piplup, wasn't that genuinely. The Piplup could not win or escape, it was just dead.
Well, it was because it had pursuit. It was like, you might be able to escape, but knowing
escaping,
the game...
It was genuinely a gamble of, do I try and keep heal stall it, or do I genuinely gamble on it dies or it lives? Either way, it dies or it lives, but heal stalling I think made the most sense because then I could possibly try and deal damage in between them. It wasn't enough, obviously. But the Piplup genuinely shouldn't have lost that fight because it was strong against it. It just has really, really bad moves early on.
Have we lost 2 each?
How many have we lost? 3 or 4? Deaths. We've lost 4. I think I lost the...
You lost the starter and the Badoo, and I lost the other 2. The Geodude and the Onyx and the Star.
Yeah, we've had 4 deaths, 2 each.
Yeah.
In terms of the game, though, obviously we're being careful and staying within the rules. Like, you can't overlevel or anything. And our teams aren't good. They're what we're given rather than what we want. Which is the main issue.
Oh yeah, what's the
But it's not that bad.
What's the level cap for the next gym? Is it like 28 or something?
Fantina. I keep forgetting Pokemon Masters is a thing. Platinum. Gym Battle and Platinum. Her highest is 26.
Okay, right.
Actually decently high. She has a Duskull, Haunter, and Miss Magius. So Ghost, Ghost Poison, and Ghost. Oh, that should be fine. Ooh. Or maybe not, looking at her moves.
Yeah, they have quite mean
weird
move pool.
moves. Yeah.
From what I remember.
Will-O-Wisp, Future Sight, Shadow Sneak, and Pursue on the Duskull. That's not so bad. Future Sight is type plus anyway, even though it's a psychic move, it's a type plus hit. Or at least it is at some point. Is that always true, or is that only in certain generations? I don't know. Shadow Sneak is just Ghost Quick Attack. Pursue is Pursue. Haunter, Shadow Claw, Sucker Punch, Confused Ray, Hypnosis. Confused Ray and Hypnosis are actually bad together. Because you can't be confused if you're sleeping. Shadow Claw and Sucker Punch, High Crit Rate, and Sucker Punch, which is possibly the Dark Quick Attack? Or is that the Dark Astonish? Sucker Punch. 70 pets, not Quick Attack.
I get so confused with the moves that are the same thing but for a different type.
Has a priority of +1. Ah, okay. Sucker Punch is only priority if the attacker, the other Pokemon is attacking. If they're not doing a damaging move, it fails. I knew it had a condition to it, it wasn't just strong Quick Attack. And then, Miss Magius is Shadow Ball, Psybeam, Magical Leaf, and Confused Ray. That's mean. Shadow Ball is Shadow Ball. Psybeam means you can't really use... Actually, no. No, that's not too bad, actually. Magical Leaf is the real problem, because it's a completely different type set. It's obviously, in Pokemon, you kind of get the grouped together types, like Water and Ice, Grass and Bug, Rock, Ground and Steel, and everything. But yeah, and Confused Ray, which is all of them. Oh no, Duskull doesn't. Her team shouldn't be that bad, actually. Why did it open it in a new window? I don't know. Anyway. I know what I should have done is gone over to the wiki page on the stream, but oh well. But yeah, going back to computer stuff. That's what I plan to do. When it becomes time to upgrade my PC, I'm just going to build a new one. Keep the parts, probably get rid of the case. And when it becomes viable, and probably when that laptop becomes... Well, it's already 6 years old. Basically, 5-6 years old. When it becomes... Probably in a year or two or whatever, I don't know. And that's asleep. Okay, next Pokemon. I'll replace it for a 15-inch, or if that just becomes viable. Actually, I'll send in the cable. I'll just replace it for a decently powerful 15-inch. I'd happily take a 3060 15-inch laptop. Doesn't have to be touch or convertible, but they are nice. There. Oh, right, you're sleeping. Oh, I'll just use an Awaken. It's just Bidoof level 12, I'll just run. I know, having the laptop hasn't been used for the original purpose, because obviously the original purpose was ages ago when me, Scott, and DB Geek, and Max was there as well. Because there were 4 of us by the end, because I joined, then Max joined. Yeah, that was the original Borderlands. That was to do stuff on a computer while one of them is rendering, because obviously rendering around that period would bring a computer to its knees. Now it doesn't. I can watch YouTube and I've never tried playing a game while rendering, and I'm not going to. Because that just seems like a stupid idea, but I probably could. Very badly, because it takes a lot of CPU power, because I do software, which is probably the smarter choice, because hardware rendering is faster, but less efficient. Physically bigger and worse looking files. But yeah, no, that's what it was for. And also I went more places around that time anyway. It was my travel computer. And obviously now I only really go to work. Because everyone is either too far away, because they're not in the same area, or I talk to them online anyway. But no, it is genuinely useful if I want to move it downstairs for whatever reason. Or when Windows decides it wants to murder itself, which has happened several times. Having a second decently powerful computer, even if it's a laptop, is useful to just move it down and use that while the desktop is just trying to breathe. That's usually when Windows corrupts itself from one of several reasons. Some of them my fault, some of them definitely weren't. I can guarantee at least one of them was my fault, because it's my computer. But no, you do get those instances where Windows just goes, I'm gonna crash while I'm doing an update, or whatever. Or you lose power, which luckily has never happened. Oh, something fun. Overnight, my phone obviously restarted because when I looked at it, it had the startup screen of unlock to initialize phone or whatever it says. Because you know it loads after you unlock it the first time. Don't know why it doesn't load immediately, and then you just unlock like a computer. You have on startup and on login. I don't know why they don't do that, but either way. Ooh. If this doesn't kill, I run. Just to check, what's the speed on a Shellos? 17. That was a bad move.
I was looking at it a bit like.
Yeah, it's because it could have been the bottom of the damage spread. It wasn't. It was the top. It just barely didn't do half health to that, whatever it was called.
Cricketer?
Yeah. I was thinking Budu, and it's like, no, it wasn't a Budu.
It's a funny looking Budu.
It's red. Shiny Budu could be red, I don't know. Actually, I think they're yellow, actually. I'm gonna look. They're either yellow or blue. I don't think they're red or orange. Budu.
If I've seen a shiny Budu, I don't remember what it looks like.
Right. A shiny Budu is... Oh, the little green napkin thing is purple.
Oh.
Okay, what about Roserade? Final form. Oh no, Roserade is different flower colours, isn't it? Sprites. Yeah, different flower colours. And I'd assume Roselia is the same. Never mind. I clicked you. There we go. But yeah, now having a second computer that's decently powerful is useful. Or even as simple as, I really doubt we'd actually do it, but if we were to do a local co-op game where you need to do online play, but it's local co-op, then I have 2 computers. It's just useful to have, even if it's not necessarily required, but yeah.
That was part of the reason why I went for the Steam Deck, because you can have different Steam accounts signed in.
Yeah.
So I can have, like, you and, like, a couple of other people who come around with, like, your own profiles. Then if you come around, it's just...
At that point, it's acting more like a console, which is smart.
Well, it is.
Yeah, it's Steam, the console. I know that the PC gamer crowd wouldn't necessarily admit that, but yeah.
It's like the best parts of a Nintendo Switch and a desktop had a baby, which is why I like it.
Nintendo stop, rather than the Switch, it's the stop. Death. Didn't die.
I find it funny how so many people complained about the Switch's like game library when it launched. Like it only launched with like 6 games, I think, and yet even a year down the line, the PS5 has like 10 or 15 exclusives.
That's because they don't understand what development time is. Especially for something as unique as the Switch.
But even then, the Switch had so many more games, even after a couple of months. And yet the PS5 still just has a couple of like PS5 like specific games, and then just like ports.
Also, Nintendo learned their lesson. They opened up the Switch eShop to everything. Even stuff that 2 years ago, well, not 2 years ago, when the Switch came out, 2 years before the Switch came out, they would have immediately said no to. The Borderlands series is on Switch. That would have never happened with the Wii and Wii U. Imagine Borderlands on the Wii. Oh, that'd be funny. Actually, no, there are some surprising games that ended up on Nintendo consoles, like the No More Heroes series. I've never played it, but they're very bloody.
You ever seen DS Call of Duty?
Yes, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's a thing that exists. That
I know. It's funny.
And on the Wii as well. That.
Okay, I need to aim my pistol. Wham, wham. Throw around the remote.
That was just an abomination. That should just. Oh, it's painful just thinking about. Yeah. Another funny thing with Call of Duty is the next game is going to be Modern Warfare 2.
But we already have Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's 2 of Modern Warfare 2019, which is different to the original Modern Warfare. But this Modern Warfare 2 is different to the other Modern Warfare 2 because instead of being MW2, it's MWII.
Captain.
But it also has the same colour scheme as MW2.
Well, yeah, because they're idiots.
So
it's like how every game series and film series has revelations at some point.
So it's still not as bad as Apple, where you can have the M1.
Oh yeah, that's
MacBook
ridiculous.
With the Mac with the Max or the Pro, the M1 Max have M1 Max, but you can also have the Pro or just the M1. It's like
it's like Dell's XPS series. Obviously, it's the same as like the rest of them, where they're just done by year. But Oh yeah, I recommend an XPS 13. Okay, which one? There's 12.
Oh, have you seen the new XPS 13 Plus?
Is that the most recent video from LTT? Yes, it looks interesting. I wouldn't get one because I don't like the lack of ports, but it looks interesting.
Yeah.
What's
I like
hidden power on mine. Hidden power dragon. Fair enough. Yeah, okay. I've replaced Mudsport.
people comparing that that function row that they did to the touch bar. It's like, no, this makes sense because it's not trying to be a screen. It's just the same thing, but not actual buttons.
I'm assuming that the frame rate didn't line up with the bar's refresh rate because it was flickering, and that's usually what happens if they aren't the same. Could be wrong, but I don't think so. It's funny when you get the wrong kind of camera under European lights, where they use because obviously our power is 50 hertz, and most cameras are 60. So you get that slight shimmery flicker that just travels upwards. Isn't there actually benefits to running at 50 hertz because it's very, very similar power, but much easier to do?
Probably. Our power standard is just so much better than most
Well,
other
for one, we
places.
have the 3-pin plug that if you step on it, you know.
Yeah, it's the best plug.
Yeah.
And no one
because it's Lego for adults, but because it genuinely has some of the best safety features. Even going as far as the longest cable on the inside is Earth, so no matter what, if something breaks, you are connected to Earth the longest.
And another good thing is you can't accidentally plug a UK plug into half one port, half another port.
I saw that.
That was...
It's even then, that's not even the plug's fault. That's because their spacing is uniform across multiple plugs as well as within the plug. Just switch them apart a bit and you'll be fine.
Yeah, but that can't happen because there's a middle thing that you can't push down. But when there's no middle thing, it'll just slot straight in. That's two bits of dumbass design combining to make idiocy so dense.
Yeah. American thing. Can't they literally reverse the plug and it works? You just flip it upside down.
I think so. I think it's like a Type C thing where it works either way.
Yeah, that implies some really weird wiring though.
They might not do actually.
I think you can.
I've not seen many people like plugging stuff in and being like, "Oh crap, wrong way round." Like you do when you see people plug in USB. So I don't know.
I always find it funny when you see people try and jam in a USB thing, and then you just hear a little snap, and then the plastic cover falls off, and you look at the cover and realise sometimes there's contacts on it. And by sometimes I mean there's contacts on it. So they just tore out their level 19 Chompus. My Gibble is 19. A Sand Tomb. 1570... No. I genuinely rather have Sandstorm. Ooh. 2 to 5 turns. Or maybe...
I think I want to get everything to 21, and then I think I'll go.
No, I'll keep Sandstorm. Give up on Sand Tomb.
It shouldn't be that long, because once I get my Gibble to 21, and then I've only got like 1.5 levels left to do on the Ponyta, and by that point the XP share on the Pachirisu should be basically that as well.
Yeah, I'm doing it in the reverse. I'm XP sharing the higher ones, because they'll require more, at least right now, and using the lower one. I just thought I'd experiment back, because it's actually working pretty well. It's keeping the XP here more relevant for the later Pokemon, because if I was using them here, I'd be getting even less. But the number of moves to take down is about the same. Like that Cascoon was a 72, split 2 ways.
Yeah, the Cascoons for being like the easiest thing to defeat give you loads It's nice.
I might be a Silcoon, I don't know. But yeah, Silcoon and Cascoon's are decent.
It's the 10 PP of Dragon Rage that's...
Yeah, that's why I'm
Slightly out
not
of
using it unless a Budew appears. And even then, on the last one, I swapped into the Gligar. Even then, actually, no, I'm leveling up the Gligar now because I want to get them both to 19. Then I'll take the XP share off completely.
Do you remember we had the conversation at the end of one of these streams about like Pokemon tattoos and stuff?
50-50. I know it happened. I don't remember what it was about. But obviously, Pokemon
Yeah.
tattoos.
Yeah, as because I said I'd like to have like a Gibble, like on like my arm or somewhere. I've actually like been really tempted to actually do that.
I've been paralyzed.
Since then.
That'll be fine. Sunspore, smart. Paralyzed to paralyzed.
I think that would just be cool.
Yeah. I probably wouldn't get a Pokemon. But why not? Murder. Two-part murder. The first water splash didn't kill it. You need to do it for the second.
Because I might not even necessarily like, have it coloured, just maybe have like just like outline somewhere, so it's not like too out there. It's still relatively subtle. Because I'd like a tattoo, but
that's what I'm thinking. Is I'd have one, but I don't know what it would be.
Mm.
Get a Minecraft grass block. Don't.
Oh, so no. At the list of things that I'd like to put on, I don't think that's on there, to be honest.
That's because you're going for the Minecraft stone block.
I'm going for a Trubbish.
They're not actually as bad Pokemon as people say they are. Saying about that, I do find it funny when people are like, the newer generations are so not creative. Generation 1 is amazing, and it's like, yes, and you have a snake called Ekans. Don't tell me about how uncreative things are when you look at Generation 1.
It's a turtle, a frog,
yeah, a turtle, a frog, and a lizard.
a bee, a worm.
A pigeon called Pidgey. Yeah. So there are genuinely creative things in Generation 1, but they're so...
There's always been, like
yeah, uninspired Pokemon.
Like, just
the
relatively
Starly,
boring.
which is a Starly. Or Seal, which is a Seal, but it has an A replaced with an E. No, the other way around. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
How close? Because I'm just doing this. How close actually is Wobble to not? I'm good at this. Hold on. This is fine. I'll win. But no, how close are you to level up? Wobble! No, I did it again. 180. Okay, it's like 2 battles. Then I just do the thing. I'm not going to bother dealing with a Bidoof raising its defense constantly while I'm paralyzed. And I only have physical moves. Ooh, a crit. No, one thing I like from later generations, which makes complete sense, is XP from catching Pokemon. You still won the battle, just in a different way.
Mm.
Where...
Yeah, I did find when the bit of Let's Go Pikachu that I played, I did really struggle to like get into it. I think I need
It's
to
a very,
like,
very different kind of game.
yeah, and it's
You need
not
to
really
catch
how
everything.
I played to begin with. It's the same thing I have with Arceus. It's like there is nothing really in here that I dislike. I just can't like sort of get into it the same way I do with the others.
Yeah, but then you also have to be in the right kind of mood to play Pokemon.
Yeah.
How many? 3 attacks left on this one move, but I have another attacking move anyway. But I'll probably just run over to the center anyway because I need to unparalyze. Wobble level up. Aww. How close is it to leveling up? Summary. 9. Yeah, I'll just do this now. I'll win the next fight, and then I'll run over to the thing, Pokemon Center. There's a Bidoof, so that'll be easy. Oh, both of them are near level up as well, actually. But and once they're all level 19, oh, I won't bother using the XP share anymore because I'd rather just do them all individually because then it's less boring.
Mm.
And I can focus on them each individually.
And you get the EVs as well.
Yeah. Well, that doesn't really matter in the main section of the game.
Well, no, but it's just nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the XP share taken off. Me running over to the Pokemon Center, and I'm probably going to get a drink. When I've done this.
Okay.
Heal my Pokemon!
Yeah, my Patrice's just got to 19 as well, so I'll take that off as well.
Oh yeah, no, I still have a level 16 though. I had 3 kind of low Pokemon where you only had like 2.
I have 2 19s, a 20, a 21, and 2 23s.
I have... That's the Pokedex. I have a 16, a 21, a 22, a 23, a 19, and a 19. So it's only the Shellos. But that's only because of how low it was. It was down at like level 11 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Which I think was lower than your lowest.
I think yours might have been 10. I think mine was 11.
One of them,
Yeah,
I don't know.
my
No, for
Patrice was
once
11.
my Pokemon was lower than yours, which hadn't happened before much.
Yeah, the first part of the game, mine ones were like 1 below yours.
Yeah.
But the last couple we've caught seem to have been the other way around.
It'll happen.
Yeah.
Oh, random question before I go get a drink. Does the mouse turn off automatically and then I kind of have to turn it back on, or is it just on all the time? Obviously, it's just a switch that's just really easy to touch. But does it have a sleep mode?
I'm not sure with that one, actually. I know mine does. Well, I don't turn mine off and it lasts for ages.
Yeah,
but...
I probably will just out of habit, and it makes sense.
Yeah, especially with a AA as well. It's just...
Yeah, the OEM special AA that's only supplied by the supplier.
The special AA.
It's a Duracell, so hopefully it's good. I do find it funny when you get, like, as the long life and they're just horrible, you use them in a clock and then it just desyncs very, very slowly, but noticeably over months. Because it's genuinely is long life because it's worse.
Just
it keeps happening, it's annoying.
It's like same time span, but like half the power.
Yeah, like genuinely,
So
my analog clock on my wall, it's 20 past and it's currently telling me it's about 17 past. And
yes, every month it gets a minute behind.
Yeah,
because goes back.
That's how long life works. They are physically lower power, but just enough to be fine. It's annoying. But yeah, I will be back in a minute. I'm not going to bother changing to the thingy screen because I have no reason to. You're still doing stuff.
If I get killed by a Cricketot, then at least you should be able to see it.
Yeah, but then if a Cricketot uses Bide and you don't do over half health in the first turn, you run.
Mm.
But yeah, I will be back in a minute. Has anything died?
Yes, everything.
Oh, okay. Oh well.
We have lost.
I'll just throw these out. Actually, no, we haven't. We have bank stuff. Some people do it as you lose if you lose your team.
Yeah, so, some people do it if it's a whiteout. That's it.
No, I guess that's more like a hardcore run then.
Yeah, it's one of the like meaner things you can add.
I would say if you run out of usable Pokemon, which does make it a bit tedious, but theoretically you should never lose. Well, actually, no, you could because there's only a limited number of Pokemon in the world.
There's a limited number of routes.
Yeah, but assuming that you have enough training and time, it should be fine.
It means you have like a few tries at the Elite Four.
Yeah.
So your team will gradually get worse.
Well, you could just leave the Elite Four and train.
Well, no, like you'd end up with like less optimal Pokemon.
Oh yeah.
You presumably use your best chance for the first attempt.
No, we just get a Caterpie and throw that in first. Level 2. Yes, mobile ad. I definitely tapped the X. Stop opening the Google Play Store. Or are you lying to me and the X is not what the X is?
I swear there's no actual X button in some of them.
Oh yeah, no.
It's just whatever you do.
It's getting more common as well. You press anything and it's just Google Play Store. It's like, no. Oh, this is much nicer leveling. I'm getting 99 points per thing.
Mm.
Also, I'm ran a question which I feel like you could possibly know the answer to. Though I feel like the answer is a yes. I'm assuming that power delivery coil whine will just sound like a low-pitch buzzing, and sometimes a high-pitch buzzing when you're using more power in your processor for laptops.
Yeah, it's usually what it is.
Yeah, because I've noticed both of them have started doing it. I say started months ago, but they started doing it. And it's like, that's a new sound. I don't know what that is. That just should be fine. And so I've just kind of paid attention to it, and it's fine. Why has that... Oh, maybe it does actually. Hold on. Because I moved it, and the little light came on the back. And I moved it just then, and it didn't. Unless it's... Did I press something? Obviously, there's the DPI settings. Where I have it on the second highest now. It was on the third highest. But, yeah. Now, one thing I like certain mouses doing that others don't is when you have a DPI up and a DPI down button. Having it on a cycle gets annoying. Because you go, okay, I'm on setting 3, I want to go to setting 1. Bam, 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 bam. Instead of, I'm on setting 3, I want to go to setting 1. Tap, tap. That's just a little thing, but for the most part, you don't really touch the DPI settings anyway, you do it once. I know that some people are extremely hardcore super gamers, and they will change the DPI settings depending on the gun they're using in-game. And for me, it's like, I just learn the gun for the mouse settings I have. I don't care.
Normally, the people who do that are not very good at a game. And are just trying things to, like, make themselves better. You can tell who's like actually good at a game because they're like, I have this mouse and this keyboard. I have 10 of each. They no longer make these. I keep them because I like them.
It's like the chalk from Japan for mathematicians in unis. Have you seen that video?
Yeah,
it's very nice chalk.
And then they have their keyboards completely like vertical. Like they're completely the way around. Massive mouse mat with like 500 DPI, so their arms moving all over the place.
If you have several keyboards and you have a program that does that, could you genuinely have 3 different keyboards? So you have like an all caps keyboard and an all lowercase keyboard and an all macro keyboard and everything.
Yeah, a lot of those programs came about because of flight sims.
That's a good point.
Because people wanted like individual buttons for everything, which of course you need a lot of buttons for.
Yeah.
So a lot of the like macro programs started off as that, and people used them just as normal macro things. It's a bit more complicated, and sometimes some keyboards don't like it, some do. Some programs work with
I
some
like
keyboards that
this.
don't. It's...
Mangle me more. Oh, that... Some people do like that. Going into kinks.
Do it harder.
Oh no, was the kink conversation before? I think it was. Never mind. On Amazon, someone in this IP address has obviously been looking at something naughty because I was recommended cages, is what I'll call them. Because that's what they're called. Or it's just making a very, very bad guess. I like how I've taken away the XP share, but I keep having to swap away from the water type because there's buddies here.
I don't think Amazon's ever recommended anything like that to me. Like anything.
You'd be surprised what's on Amazon.
I know, like I know, like that stuff is on there, but it's never like been like, you might like this. Normally, it's just my entire thing of Amazon is like peripherals and computer components. That's all it is.
Most of mine is too. Oh, I'm playing cards and crystal stuff. I have a decent range on Amazon.
And like
it's funny
every
when
now and then it does like secateurs because I bought a pair of them for my mum for her birthday. And other than that, I'm trying to think.
I always find it funny when it's you looked at this one thing from 10 years ago. Yes, I did.
It's 9 of
no.
This one thing that's exactly the same as the thing that we know you bought.
Oh yeah, or it just goes, you want this. I bought it yesterday. Do you want another one?
Do you want a green one instead?
Yeah. No, the thing I find funny as well is saying like crystal stuff. Again, it's another Badu. Use just water and you will only find grass. That is Kegel exercise things, and some of them just look like toys rather than actual internal exercises. Because they are real exercises for women. And sometimes it is easier to have an internal weight, but some of them are decorated and definitely not just weights. But they're all passed off as just Kegel ball or Kegel thing. It's funny. Murder. Yeah. Murder faster. Murder, but in HD. Level still 17. Almost level 18.
Oh, there's a new like sort of dinosaur documentary series, sort of like Walking with Dinosaurs, coming out on Apple TV. That is directed by, produced by Jon Favreau and narrated by David Attenborough, and it looks really good. But I'm like, I'm not paying for Apple TV, so I may have to put on my pirate hat briefly.
Yo ho, we're going looting, chums. Oh, imagine if pirates said chums, that'd be funny. Sounds like something they would say. Level 18. Turns out my Sherlock can stand up to level 12 Budus.
There was one scene in the trailer where there's a it was supposed to be like a mating thing between Carnotaurus with the tiny little arms, and
I want to hug you, but my arms are this long.
Well, it was a really weird choice that they did, but they were like, I wonder if like the inside of their arms was a bright blue, and they did like a T-pose to show their like blue underarm to show off to the females. It's super stupid. It's this.
I am a scarecrow.
It's kind of to a tiny little arm just going, sticking its arms out. It's so funny.
Oh, size doesn't necessarily matter.
A lot of the like decisions that they've done with like how they've modelled them are really good, but that one I'm just looking at like, I'm really not sure about that one, Chief.
I just find it funny that people had an outrage when scientists rightfully went, you do realise dinosaurs have probably got feathers, right? And everyone's like, no, they're big lizards. And it's like, yes, There was an ostrich.
Ostriches
are weird.
It's like yeah, but a lot of birds, they have both. Have you seen birds' feet? Scales.
Also, birds do have scales. They're called feathers.
Well,
Feathers
yeah,
are
feathers
scales.
are modified scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they have scales and
so are hair. We have scales. It's called hair. And nails. Same.
Oh, that was one of the
Well, not the exact
funny-
same, but similar.
funniest parts of geology college. We had one of the guys who was in the class. His girlfriend would sit in sometimes.
Oh, that sounds
she
like
was-
a fun time if she's not interested in geology.
Well, she was part of our friend group, and she was pretty funny. And
Your college seems to let you get away with that. Mine wouldn't. Beautifly
Yeah,
must be a
and-
rare night spawn because I haven't seen one here yet.
and there's one point where our lecturer was talking about like pigeons. He was like, "You ever seen a pigeon's feet? It's got scales." And she just put her head up like, "Pigeons have scales." Like super like it had never clicked in her head before.
I can understand that one, but it is kind of funny.
It was like, I get it, but it's funny. And the face she, oh my god, that was actually one of the funniest things.
In A-level biology, I genuinely had someone go, "Oh, I can use absorb." Oh, well, it's dead now. But someone genuinely went, "Wait, trees aren't real," meaning that they. Oh, that's a lot of XP. Can I have some
Well,
more
like-
butterflies? Because they're not.
Well, like trees aren't alive.
Yeah.
Or-
Two problems with that. Trees are real. Look outside. There's one you can see out the window, and they are alive, like all plants.
No science thing will ever beat Dylan's comment in chemistry. Do you remember it?
I know that he said something, but I don't remember what it was.
Because
Oh no, funnily enough, guess who the person was, considering she did go to thingy, and we both knew her.
was it Kate?
No, she would never make something that dumb.
Yeah, I was about to say that. But that was the only name that came to my head.
Amber.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, the thing is though, she isn't dumb. It was just a comment that just came out, and it was
Yeah.
like, no.
But yeah, because we had to wear
Because I don't remember.
the safety goggles,
Oh,
and as you would go on, you would heat up, and you would get condensation, and in an immense show of just brain power, he went, "So wait, do you breathe through your eyes?"
I do remember that.
Oh my god, that moment will remain in my head forever, and it will forever make me smile. It's so dumb.
He's not wrong.
He said it with such conviction.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
But surely you must, because they fog up. And it's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is he's not wrong. The surface level of your eye gets its oxygen from the air. It doesn't use your lungs, which is weird, but true. But that is not what he meant.
Yeah, and that amount of air would not create condensation.
Yeah. Oh, no, I saying about comments like that, something which the lecturer knew, because Lee was amazing, is how I genuinely didn't care. Oh, that special attack went up. That was fun. So, I would start a conversation that was genuinely intelligent, which is kind of bad to say, but also true. I started the conversation of, wait, hold on, so leaves are just biological solar panels. Genuinely how I started it. And he was like, and we had a conversation about the differences between solar panels and leaves, because there really are none. They are genuinely biological solar panels. I know it's obvious, but the actual mechanism behind them is practically the same.
Though solar panels don't drop stuff out the back.
Imagine if solar panels fell off every autumn.
Then they regrew.
Well, the thing that's funny is, if you actually think about it on a biological sense, autumn should be called the mass pooing. Because that's all it is.
It's not got the same sort of pizzazz.
No, but no, that conversation went on, and then it derailed immediately. I don't remember what to, But it was just like one of the few times where I bothered to talk because there were some people in that class that annoyed me for that reason. They would literally just sit and talk about drugs and stuff. It's like, why? No, the reason why is because our country decided that you must be in education or a job until you're 18, and they obviously weren't going to get jobs. So they went to education, and they, unluckily for me, chose biology.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't even the funny kind, it was they were genuinely annoying. Because they would also talk over everything as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, they derailed the conversation immediately, and it was like, I'm trying to have a challenging conversation here.
So I was actually thinking about it. One of the another.
You're gonna say, oh, yeah, I had someone like that.
Another. Well, I did actually.
I did. Oh, they're all level 19. Hooray!
I did Foundation BTEC Applied Science. There were a couple in there.
Yeah, but then that's also Foundation and BTEC.
Yeah, two
BTEC,
words that.
The thing is, though, BTEC, people say is, oh, that's the dumb people stuff. It's like, it's not. It just happens to have that reputation because it's different to GCSE, and GCSE is academic, and academia isn't everything. It's a whole... It's the same mess as you don't have to go to uni to be successful.
Mm.
But it's like, well, uni does help if you want one of those things, but it doesn't mean you're dumb if you don't.
Yeah.
And there's multiple types. Yeah, but that's a different discussion away from what you were saying.
Yeah, the best thing was, were you in, before, I think it must have been year 8, my science class with Mr. Gapper.
Maybe. I did have him.
I can't remember if you were in that.
The problem is, that was before we even, like, talked to each other, because we started talking in year 9.
Yeah, that was a bit before. You might not have been, but, we would. It was sex ed we were doing with Mr. Gapper.
That would have been funny.
Which, if you knew who he was, would just make you laugh in itself. Because
Mr. Gapper wasn't. It's sad he left. Though the reason he left was stupid. Him and Mr. Riley went to open a surf shop for some reason. That is not a good reason to stop teaching, which was a very successful job for him as well. He'd been there for ages.
Yeah, and he was one of the people who showed up at 9 o'clock with the students and left at 3. Just like clocked out. Right, I'm done. I just left. But yeah, we were doing sex ed, and he was talking about, well, there's like hairs on the outside of the like vagina to stop stuff from getting in. It was something like that. And
well, pubic hair.
Yeah, and then Patrick just goes like fingers.
Yep, he didn't change.
No, he didn't.
He's actually pretty good now, from what I've heard. Well, he was never bad in the first place. Just he showed off to his friends, which did get in the way a bit.
Yeah, like whenever I just like talked to him individually, it was great.
Yeah, well, all of them were. Even Ryan, which I will say publicly. I just didn't like him and still don't.
Well, I'd say it, with Ryan, there was a time window.
Yeah, between 1 and 2 in the afternoon.
What like how long you could talk to him for?
Yeah.
You like after a couple of minutes, he would just get bored, I think, and just do something stupid.
Yeah.
One of my favourite moments with Patrick was during like rugby practice. Did you ever do the one where you like one person had to lie on top of the other person? Then you had to like get up.
Yes, that was annoying because people are surprisingly heavy. Not even in an I'm weak way, but you genuinely underestimate how heavy people are.
I think Patrick was doing it with Josh, because of course he was, and he was just like getting up every time, and I just went, "Go there, Patrick, lie down." I lied on top of him, but he didn't. And every time he tried to get up, instead of trying to keep him down, I just pushed him sideways. So he fell over, and he kept doing it. And I was just like, no.
I think I was in that one.
And then he just lied there and gave up, and I was just like, well done. I just walked away. It's like, because to be perfectly honest,
did you drag him through the mud?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
In rugby was my sport. I'm still built like a rugby player. It's so funny. We got the
rugby is very fun.
We got the pictures back from my sister's wedding, and you could tell out of the groomsmen which one of us plays rugby, because they're all like, all of the 4 of us. It's like stick, Chungus, stick, because like they're all because Josh is like 6'2", 6'1", I think.
Yeah, height will
And
have
then,
something
like,
to do with it, no matter
yeah.
what your weight is.
And the other two are like 6 foot and 6'1", and I'm 5'6", 5'5", but I'm like 1.5 their width, just at the shoulders.
So your body went, the puberty growth spurt, and then it's just like, should we get a gong and become a sumo wrestler?
Yeah, I basically just permanent wide pooing would be the best way to describe my build. Because we had to like stand, that we like stood sort of to each side, sort of angled into each other. In the picture, you can tell I'm like much more angled than they are. I'm like basically side on.
Like our year 11 thingy picture where we're angled away from each other because it was the only way you could properly fit.
Yeah, and so like when I angled in, I'm so much more of an angle, and yet I'm still in the picture the same width as them. It's quite funny.
Edmonton was also fun, and I'm just annoyed that we only convinced them to do it once or twice properly.
Yeah.
Literally right at the end when it didn't matter anymore. It's like, no, do it because it's fun, and funnily enough, everyone seemed to at least try.
Yeah, I never... People were a bit like, maybe at the beginning, but after like 5 minutes...
Yeah, when they actually got to... Basically, once they realised it's actually a good game, because it is.
Like Bowls.
But yeah, Bowls is actually pretty fun.
And then we convinced them to do it again.
Yeah.
That was the best bit in what?
PE?
No, it was the week.
Activities week. Because we had the option of bowls or something else, so we just chose bowls both times, and they were like, why would you choose bowls? It's because it's fun.
Well, we chose it the first time, and they were like,
yeah.
So do you want to do the other thing, or do you do bowls again? And me, you just simultaneously went bowls.
Yeah.
And she was like, really? We were like, yes. And then like, I think it was Andrew. I think it was like Andrew and a couple of other people were like, yeah, we want to do it again. She was just like, okay. And we just went again.
What was the other option? I don't think it was football golf, but it could have been. I know football golf was there, but I don't think that was the two options.
We did football golf at one point. We definitely went. I know we went, but I think...
Well, I've been the year before I chose that one, because obviously we did 2 activities weeks. I never went to football golf.
Yeah. That might have been one we did like another day, but you might have stayed and done something else.
Oh, maybe. Because I know what I chose was actually pretty fun.
Or it might have been the year before.
I don't.
Because I think... Because I remember the year that we did at the same time, I think we did the same things.
Yeah.
Just because it was more fun. Yeah, it might have been the year before.
I genuinely don't
remember. Because I think that's why I was even more keen to do bowls. I think that might
someone else there as well.
Yeah, and I'd already done football golf the year before, and it was like, no, that was fun. I want to do that again.
But yeah, I do find we come off as those people that like never get over like school, but in reality it's not. It's just that some parts were genuinely fun and funny.
I think it was just because how bad it was.
Yeah, also that it was not necessarily. Oh, I think it does go to sleep. I've nudged it again, and the mouse had a little blue light on it.
Probably does that because mine does that. If you leave it for a while and then like wiggle it, the light will come back on.
Oh, probably then. Maybe it does have a sleep mode. Oh, meh. But yeah, no, it was bad in terms of it wasn't good, but it wasn't bad in terms of most of the people.
Well, wait, if you wiggle your mouse again, does the light come on?
No.
Then yes, because mine does exactly the same thing.
Oh, that's useful. I'll just leave it on. I'm really sad my 2-in-1 doesn't have a full-size USB port. I have a little 4-way splitter from the micro USB, and the C is the charging port, so I can't put a splitter on that. Because it doesn't support power delivery charging. It has its own unique set for some reason. Don't know why. Probably because you have to pay for the other one, like licensing fee. But yeah, So I just use this mouse everywhere. I might... I don't know. I haven't plugged into the top of the PC anyway, so I can't just pull it out. But yeah, no, it was good overall because it was made enjoyable. But in terms of quality, no.
Yeah.
The quality of the stuff wasn't very good. It was because we, as people, made it better. Which I'm sure is true no matter where you go. But you kind of, unfortunately, you're able to say that. Because this country has problems, and no one seems to want to acknowledge them. Unless it happens to be an MP watching porn. Have you seen that?
Maybe?
I don't remember what he's called. One of the MPs was looking at porn in the House of Commons. Which was the second time, because he was searching for tractors, and he ended up on Pornhub. And it's like, yes, Google tractors, and which link is porn? You probably have to go to page 52.
My favourite one was the guy who played Candy Crush.
Oh, yeah.
And his response was, he was very sorry, and he would try not to do it again.
So at least he's honest. He doesn't care.
Yeah, it's like, and people were like, to be fair, that meeting did look very boring.
Yeah. But no, this one genuinely was watching porn next to female members of parliament, which is also a problem because, yeah. So I've seen something stupid, and depending on who his, yes, I know exactly what I'm about to say. Supposedly, though I've only seen a headline, I didn't click into it, at least one of them has been quoted saying, by next time, half of the MPs will be female. And my only thought to that is, now is that because they're female or is that because they're good? Because there's a difference. You choose people based on gender for equality, sure. But you choose people based on gender for equality as long as they're correct for the job. 12 men versus half men, half women. Half men, half women being the best qualified, sure. 12 men being the best qualified, sure. 12 men being least qualified, but you want all men, no.
Yeah, it's not like...
It's just because they're a certain thing doesn't mean that they have to be chosen. They do exams and qualifications for a reason. That's the bit that I find problems with. And it's not just that, businesses are doing it as well now.
Well, it's not even like that. It happens like at the name level. There was a like study where it's like people who had like stereotypical black names compared to stereotypical white names got hired like 70% less or something dumb like that, and it's like
it's a psychological bit of familiarity, which is genuinely a human thing. Same as people of whichever race usually find it easier to recognize faces of their race because they're more familiar with them. That's just a human thing. But we'll differentiate differences. But yeah. No, biases like that do exist and they are problems. But they can be taught out. Which is good.
yeah,
Instead of which is bad.
Yes, stuff like that. It's all education.
Yeah, but the problem is no one seems to listen.
But
Say no one.
And it's not just like the education system, it's like parents as well.
Yeah, societal education.
Yeah, both sides seem to chuck the blame on the other side.
Well, then surely the solution is both of them take it.
It is.
Yeah, because that's the only correct solution. Just have it be through everything. Ooh, Fury Cutter. That's a bug move, isn't it? Yes. Quick Attack, Knockoff, Sand Attack, Fury Cutter, and Harden. Well, I never use Knockoff, and Fury Cut... Stop doing that. That is not what I want to do.
It might be good to have a dark move for the next gym.
It's genuinely only 20 power.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. The only thing it's useful for is that Miss Magius has a citrus berry.
Could be useful to keep.
But Sand Attack is much more useful in essence because it will just result in missed moves.
Yeah.
But then Harden is only Harden, and Fury Cutter is 10 power. Oh, its power increases if it hits in succession. Oh, right, yes, because is it a multi-hit move or is it a repeat turn move? I don't remember. Is Ghost weak to Bug? Because I know Dark is. Hold on, I'll go back to the type chart.
I think it... yeah, it does multiple moves, I think.
I don't remember.
Nope. Does it? I can't remember.
I'm on Bulbapedia anyway, so I'll just look up Fury Cutter. It doesn't say within the same turn, which is the only thing.
Yeah.
Because
I don't...
No, Fury Swipes hits multiple times per
Yes,
turn.
that's it. I was about to say, I know there's a thing with Fury that does... yeah, that's it.
Oh, yeah. Every time it is used excessively, its power will double up to a max of 160. So 10, 20, 40, yeah, 80, 60, 160. Oh no, Ghost. Ghost is defending, Ghost is there. Bug is half effective against Ghost, so it's not useful yet. Golbats have a dark move, don't they?
Yes.
That'll be fine, then I'll remove knockoff.
Yeah, because
it's useful to have a bug move anyway.
Yeah, bite and stuff. I'm gonna go to the toilet one sec.
Okay. Well, yeah, no, this is all like worldwide, same with the stuff we said about before. Worldwide things, not just like in the UK or whatever. Some countries are better than others, as general societies and everything. Some are not. That's 10 power, that's 20 power. And considering it doubles every time, that means it's 40 power, so we're going to 1/3. Higher than what? Yeah, it's actually... Used it several times in a row, that's powerful. I'm going to blow my nose now. The only problem with Fury Cutter, though, is its PP has a small PP. And to match Quick Attack in terms of base power, you'd have to use it 3 times. Obviously, you'd actually get the result of 70 power over 3 turns, which, damage per turn-wise, isn't very much. But it's a move, and it's bug type, and that'll be useful at some point. Dark types, I guess. I don't have anything useful against dark types, apart from, like, Rock Smash on my Baneri.
I'm back.
Yeah, it doubles. The doubling is obviously it's doubling, so the damage goes up very fast. But the only problem is you have to endure the low power turns to get to the high power turns, which just means you have wasted turns. So if you're super effective on things and they have high health bars, then you might as well, because it is worth it. Highest power of 160 is quite big. I don't know if it ends at 160 or if it resets. Like if it peaks and then stays there. I think it does, reading what it says. Oh yeah, Fury swipes and moves like that though, and Horn? No, not Horn Attack. What's it called? Fury Horn, maybe. I don't know. There are several multi-hit moves. In the main series, they're worthless. Bullet Seed is like it as well. In Mystery Dungeon, they are evil. You will be murdered by them. Because of how the stats work in those games, they will kill you. They're so mean. Did you ever... You started one of the Mystery Dungeon games, didn't you?
Yeah, Red.
How did you finish it? I don't remember if you said.
No. A lot of the like Pokemon games I've started and haven't finished just because I haven't had the time.
Well, the Rescue Team games are very good. My personal favourites are Mystery Dungeon 2, which is also very good.
So I'm think I'm just what I plan to do is with the Steam Deck, just emulate all the ones that I have on there.
Yeah.
Just so it's easier, because a lot of the like, especially trying to play through Pokemon Red, it's like sun's gone down. Oh, I guess I can't play that game now.
Yeah.
Because I can't see it.
It is
But
on the... Oh, no, it's not. It was on the 3DS store. But the
Yeah,
3DS store is closed now.
Well, no, it's still open. It closes.
No, you can't buy... I think it is already closed. You might be able to download stuff you've already owned, but I don't think you can buy anything.
Last time I checked, it was. I think it was planning to close down.
I
But
don't
it
remember.
hasn't closed down. It doesn't close down until March next year, I don't think.
I am not sure.
Because I checked, like, I want to say maybe a month ago, and everything was still there.
Well, you can still access it, but I'm pretty sure I looked out of curiosity, like, last week. So obviously I'm using the, thingy for Pokemon Moon.
Though I wouldn't buy it again anyway. Cause
No.
I
But yeah,
have it.
you might as well just do that then.
Yeah, and have, like, all the mainline and Mystery Dungeon games.
No,
I mean, I wouldn't be able to have the Pokemon Ranger ones on there.
No, but...
That wouldn't work, but... Yeah,
No, you could.
Mystery...
Emulate a touchscreen on a DS does work.
Yeah, it would work. It would just be not...
But then, if you want to
Great.
play them, you just take a DS.
Yeah.
I've only played... I say only played. I've played Shadows of Almia and Guardian Signs, and they're both very good. I don't have the first one, though. But they're all independent stories. They're linked in terms of there are hints to the other games, like some character will appear and it'll be like, oh, that reference. Or they might... They're in different regions, anyway. Well, they're like the mainline Pokemon games in the way they're related.
Yeah.
Same with
What?
the Mystery Dungeons. All Mystery Dungeon games are in the same world, which you learn in Super. But aside from that, they're all... To some point. There are maybe references that indicate a timeline. It's all called just the Pokemon world. Which isn't the game world. The main series world. But yeah. I don't think there's much of an indication of there being a distinct timeline. I know Super is the last in the timeline. Like, definitely.
Yeah, well, once I start full time and I know like exactly what I'm doing when, and I don't have like anything I need to do outside of like work hours,
Yeah.
I want to
And
start.
build PCs with me when we take orders, when we actually have a workshop space.
actually start to get through.
And make up a name that doesn't have the initials of CBT. I want to use that, but I know we shouldn't.
Yeah, it's like every child bit in the brain's like, do it,
Yeah.
do it, and then the adult bit's gonna be like, no.
Because
Don't do it.
computers built today, we spank it into shape. We could genuinely do a whole ad of just
Yeah,
dirty
there's so many.
jokes.
Yeah, there's so many puns. The puns could be just.
It would be funny, but we really shouldn't.
We really.
Unless that is the unique branding. In which case we really, really shouldn't.
Yeah, say, oh, them sex pun people.
Yeah.
that's not really what I would like to be known as.
Dominate the competition. Here, I got some Dominator plats. That one's easy. I have a level 21 Wobble, a level 19 Chompet. I keep not pressing the buttons. Switch. Next is Gibble. That's only level 19. I have a level 20 Shellos and a level 21 Ligar, so I'm getting there. I know we said we were going to move once we got a decent level, then we just didn't.
I'm just keeping going until you're at that
that's...
level you're happy with. I'm just.
Oh, I'm just going. It's already 11. We've been doing this for 2 hours ish. We might as well just keep going with what we're doing.
Yeah.
Oh no, the Risk of Rain 2 ending death is funny, but it's annoying. I know it's not a problem because I'll just do it tomorrow. Eclipse 4 isn't hard. The only Eclipse levels I genuinely find hard are 6, 7, and 8. 6 because of the dip in money, which does make more of a difference than you think it would. 7, because that's when the enemies get their double attack speed, which is... Enemies have double attack speed. They're already attacking enough. And 8 is when health cuts become a problem. That's more of a problem on the player's end than the enemy end. Because, obviously, it's only affecting the player. And your allies. Drones get health cuts as well. And things like the beetle, that they respawn. Well, and you can buy the drones back. Which you don't want to because you have less money. Which is why I am in the habit of not buying drones anymore. Oh, you know those ads where you press the thing and it seems to just not go away and it brings up the Play Store? I just swiped up and pressed the back button. It opened the Play Store. You have to open the Play Store for the X to appear. That makes sense. That's stupid.
I presume you're playing Pokemon Go as you're doing this.
Bloons Pop. But yes, I was on Pokemon Go. That's part of why I'm not bored, because I've done it every stream. Every time we grind, I open my phone and play phone games. And just talk.
I really struggle to play games on my phone now.
I only play them if I'm... Well, Pokemon Go while walking or waiting for the bus. Bloons Pop when I'm watching YouTube exclusively, not when I'm playing games, or this. And Pikmin Bloom also while walking because it's just a glorified step counter. But yeah, I don't play any other mobile games. And funnily enough, the only ones I play are Nintendo, and Bloons. I haven't touched Bloons in probably months at this point. I haven't played Tower Defense 6 in quite a while. I should.
I'm
not good at that game.
Not really played it. I've been playing Tetris as that sort of game.
Yeah, I've played several things like that.
Though I really shouldn't, because I have stuff on in the background and I just can't concentrate on it because...
Yeah, Tetris isn't exactly the kind of I'm watching a video game.
Yeah.
You should try Luck Be a Landlord. I don't know if you'd like it, though. It's slot machines, the rent simulator. It's genuinely a roguelite, a slot machine builder to try and get the money to pay off the next level. It's actually pretty fun, but it gets boring after a while if you play it too much. But there are 15 challenge levels.
I'm gonna play more games than sit and watch stuff.
Yeah.
I've been really bad at that over the past few years.
Me too.
I need to stop. Like today, I felt myself just refreshing YouTube, and I was like, no, you're playing Lego Star Wars. And
I noticed you had Raft open a lot while you were dying of the plague.
Yeah, because I was playing that with Josh because we both had it, so we were just sat in silence.
Yeah.
We built a massive boat. It's huge. we in like, I think in 2 weeks we put like 30 hours in because we both had nothing to do, so we just sat there coughing into our microphones.
And the coughs have meaning.
But yeah, this is one of the first few days that I've actually been able to like talk for more than like 2 minutes without coughing.
Well, you've made it to about 2 hours.
Well, I have coughed a couple of times. I've just knew it. But
yeah.
Like, especially sort of Wednesday last week. That was, I think Thursday was the day that I literally didn't get out of bed. I just lay there, and it was a breathing or coughing. Anything that wasn't breathing, like talking, it was just immediate cough. And like a laugh would just be, okay, that's the next 5 minutes I'm going to spend just dying.
I pay for this fun.
It also doesn't help that a lot of the stuff I watch, especially I watched like the entirety of Parks and Recreation.
I have never seen that.
It's very good. I've watched it twice now.
That's the fun of me and watching shows. I can't be bothered to deal with the whole 3 episodes of setup. 3 hours worth of, here's this person, here's what they do.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's like that or not.
No, it's not like that.
Netflix shows are like that. Like they're ones done by Netflix or for Netflix. It's annoying.
I don't think you'd be a very big anime person then, because that's basically every anime.
Anime I wouldn't see as so bad because they'd have it be fun. Because I don't mind setup as setup. Just have it be bang. She took his head off. Oh, why? That's interesting. And this is what she does. Oh, fair enough. That's good setup. Sitting around and going, "Hi, my name's Dave." No, that's bad setup. And too many shows do the second option.
No, it's not
Specifically with Dave.
It's very good, and it's actually that show, because I only watched it the first time, sort of, I want to say 8-10 months ago. Like I was like, I'd seen a couple of episodes before, and I was like, "Oh, this is good. I should watch this," and then never did. But then I was like, "Okay, I'll finally watch it," and then I watched it again because I liked it the first time, and I continued to like it the second time. But the scary bit is the alarming similarities between me and Ron Swanson. Were terrifying. He like verbatim has lines in that show that I have said before, and like a lot of them.
Maybe your spirit animals once.
It's actually terrifying.
I feel like I would like it, and I feel like you'd like them. Though I haven't watched either of them. Is Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad, because they're both by the same people and the same story, just two shows of the same people. But they're supposedly very, very good.
Yeah, I know Breaking Bad's supposed to be very good. I do want to watch that. I just don't know when.
Now, right now.
Bye. Just
yeah.
Cool.
Also, you need to watch Avatar.
Yeah, I do need
well,
to watch
Last
Avatar.
Airbender and Legend of Korra, though Airbender is the better one.
Mm.
They did too many, not even necessarily political, but too many social, look at us, we're being progressive things in Korra, and it just... They're fine if you do them right, but they backpedaled a lot. And you can see why within the first episodes. I don't personally have a problem with the show. From what I've seen, it seems decent enough. I'll watch it at some point. I have watched The Last Airbender though. I watched it when I was actually on TV. And that is very good. Going back to the whole thing about why choose us? Because reason. It's like, well, are you better than this other person? No. Well, then you're not getting in, are you? Yeah. I wonder how many... See, you hear about that, but I wonder how often it actually happens. People get given stuff because of what they are rather than how good they are. Genuine question.
Right.
I'm assuming you've seen the Johnny Depp stuff and how he is basically just disproving the lawyers. And he's just being calm and sarcastic and silently annoyed rather than being angry.
The funniest bit was the psychiatrist.
Basically going, oh yeah, she also has a borderline personality disorder.
Well, yeah, but it was like that, and it was like it shows that she like exaggerated like 98% of everything she said.
Yeah,
and then
that
her
is
lawyers,
part of the thing.
Her lawyer just kept trying to make her say stuff, and she was just like, "No, that's not what I said. That's not accurate. No, that's not
proving
that's
the point or disproving, trying to disprove the point."
Well, she was like, "So, like, you had like dinner with Johnny Depp, is that correct?" And she's like, "No."
But
it's like, and like trying to explain why, and she's like, "Please answer the question." It's like, "No."
Well, so she'd been backed into a corner.
Well, she was just, the lawyer was just asking really dumb questions.
Was it her lawyer or the other lawyer?
Her lawyer.
Oh yeah, no, he is an idiot though.
Well, this was a woman.
Oh, I don't know. I know about the man who keeps saying hearsay, and he even called it on his own witness, which was funny.
Well, Johnny's lawyer is doing most of the like hearsay things. It was when.
It was Amber Heard's lawyer who kept saying it to Johnny Depp, trying to get him to be annoyed because he kept interrupting him.
What Johnny's lawyer was doing it for the questions that he was asking, and her lawyer was saying it to Johnny's answers.
Yeah, that's what I mean. To his answers.
Yeah, because it's basically anytime anyone says he said or she said, immediate hearsay.
Yeah, which is accurate, but the problem that's what the case is.
That's why you have witness testimonies.
But the problem with witness testimonies is they're so useless, especially eyewitness testimonies. The brain lies to itself.
It's like the guy in the last day or two who interviewed him, and he started vaping and driving over the video call as they were doing it. The judge was getting really annoyed with him.
Yeah,
rather understandably. But
yeah,
that was
genuinely, the Amber Heard's lawyer man called up a witness, and he got so high into the hearsay thing that he genuinely said objection hearsay to his own side. You don't do that.
Well, apparently it was hearsay to his answer, but the when the judge sort of got confused, she was like, "You asked the question."
Yeah.
He didn't really help himself by just going, just sort of panicked because he wasn't expecting it.
Was it by any chance that he gave the wrong... Stop killing my Gibble! Run away. That bird who had Mega Drain, level 14. They all have Absorb. Stop being strong.
Oh yeah, I had a couple who had Mega Drain.
Yeah, 6 level difference. Obviously it's a Gibble, it's part ground type. Even if it's not... The dragon... Does dragon resist grass? I know it resists fire and water. I think it resists fire and water. No, it's neutral to them. Never mind. It doesn't resist much, it's the other normal type for the most part. Which is why dragons are usually so powerful, and why I struggle to use them. I've never had a dragon Pokemon I thought was the most powerful Pokemon on my team. I've always thought the dragons were the weakest.
Yeah, fire, water, electric, and grass aren't very effective. Against dragon. Just those 4.
Never mind. Though that is 4 more than a lot of types seem to feel like. Like, Fairy only has 2 resistance... Well, 1 full resistance and 2... No, full immunity and 2 resistances. There's only 3.
No, it has a fighting, bug, and dark. It has 3.
Oh, no, I think you... No, I mixed resistances and weaknesses. And it's completely immune to Dragon. Fairy's completely immune to Dragon.
Yeah.
But Dark is completely immune to Fairy.
Yeah, they're between, 3 and 5 for the most part, and then
there's just Ice.
Steel's just weak to everything.
No, Steel is strong to everything. Steel is the most offensive type.
Oh, yeah.
Ice is weak to... Ice only resists itself, which is stupid. But it's strong against Dragon, which nothing else is, apart from... I think Fairy actually is.
Yeah.
And itself. But yeah, no, I've genuinely never had a Dragon-type Pokemon in any of my Pokemon teams be strong. They've always done their part. Dragon is a useful type to have. But I don't think Dragon is as special as other people seem to. And the company seems to, because they all seem to make legendary Pokemon dragons, and it's just stop making them all dragons.
The dragon types are all my favourite though.
They are fun.
The coolest designs, especially.
I think one of my favourite dragon types, obviously there's Garchomp, but the one I always think of, the 2 specifically, are Haxorus and Hydreigon. Specifically Hydreigon. Because it's Dragon Dark, which hasn't really been done before. It's just interesting.
Yeah, it's like Gibble and Salamence. Very cool.
I like Salamence, but I've never had an urge to use it. Gibble I have. And obviously we're using one right now.
Salamence is the main reason I really want to get to play Gen 3.
Yeah.
It's
also, its Mega Evolve form is a tank. Also, Hydreigon, I believe, was also based on a tank. I think it was Hydreigon. One of them. No, they're also saying about that. Generation 5, I'm surprised you haven't said about Tyrantrum. That's a rock dragon, isn't it? Or is it Dragon Dark?
I think it's Rock Dragon.
Or is it Rock Dark? I think it's a dragon type.
I'm not sure.
Either way, big red T-Rex thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool.
You know, the dragon type is interesting. Like, they are good, just personally. Like Gyarados, I've used one in Generation 6, and it was better defensively than it was offensively, which isn't how you use them.
Okay. A lot of, like, people who do, like, the really hard Nuzlocke use them as Pokemon to, like, switch to something else, especially when they're playing on, like, set or something.
Yeah.
Because they're just really tanky and don't have...
the dragons.
Yeah. Especially Gyarados in particular.
Gyarados isn't a dragon type.
No, he isn't. I meant Gyarados. You confused me by saying dragon.
That's because I was asking, do you mean dragons or Gyarados? Yeah, no, dragon... It is a bulky Pokemon, but its main function isn't tank. It's attack. But no, I never felt like Gyarados had this overwhelming attack stats, because it just didn't when I used it. Both special and physical attack were lacking. Defensively, it was fine until it went up against an electric type.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, quad weak. Funnily enough, Mantine, I believe, is the same typing, water flying. But yeah,
Stop it with the Budoos. That's like my fourth Budoo in a row.
I got that as well when I was doing thingy. Because I just noticed my thing is already level 21. I've just been doing it while talking. I didn't even notice. What levels do I have? Oh, next it's this then. That's actually all caught up. I just want to get my Shellos up to 21, and then I've caught up. Unfortunately, at 20 past 11, which means there's no real point doing too much progress, if any. But at least it's done. Oh, we've just talked about random stuff. Literally ranging from computers to the uprising of the supposedly progressive political agendas of certain people, which just get in the way because they're not useful. Good intentioned, but not how you should do it. Which I am specifically disclaiming because depending on how it's interpreted, which I would argue is on them, not me, I would be shot or punched. Which is, in certain areas, which is not fun. And while that is a joke, the sad part is I think in certain areas of the world that actually wouldn't be a joke.
Yeah.
No. I know I have rules about stuff like that, and that's just to not have unfiltered stuff come through. The political discussions for me are fine. I just prefer to avoid them because it's just easier. Like talking about Ukraine and everything. You can. I don't specifically. One, because there's no reason to bring it up, and two, it's just easier. I have no specific rule against it. It's also why I have the overall rule of it's my stuff. I say what goes. Because I ignore my rules half the time. Which is actually true. Oh, have you seen... what are they called? The devices where you plug in a keyboard and mouse and it has a switch between linking the USB ports to different devices. So you have two computers, one keyboard and mouse, plug it into a middle box, and then you have setting 1 and setting 2, and 1 is one computer and 2 is the other computer.
Yeah, I've seen things like that.
I don't remember what they're called. I don't know why I just thought about it. From me breaking my own rules constantly to that. I wouldn't get one because I don't need them. I have far too many keyboards and mouses.
Meese.
No, the plural of computer mouse is mouse. I just used a water type move on a grass type. I'm just gonna run.
Oh no, you have made me stronger.
Also, it halves my speed. My speed is down in single digits. I've been paralyzed. Okay, I'm gonna swap out. This isn't working. So hold on, what is my speed? Oh no, 21. It's still double digits. It's not very high though.
I'd love for it to be like that. If you use a water move on a grass type Pokemon, it actually buffs them.
I think there should be more interactions like that though. I also think there should be more immunities.
Or like a grass type that has an ability that means if a water type is used against it, it like gains attack.
There's what's it called? It might just be called Water Absorb. Ludicolo has an ability that heals it when it's hit by a water type move. But then it's also part water type itself. There's also Flash Fire, but they're usually unique to fire types or exclusively. But yeah, we need more cross type stuff like that and more immunities.
Ludicolo is one of them Pokemon that doesn't look like it's good, but
it's
really
actually good. Yeah, it looks ridiculous because it's a dancer, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's also a pineapple. It's not actually a pineapple. I think it is still based on Lilipad. And it's a Budu. Well, it was level 26 was the limit, wasn't it? But then at this point, we might as well just go up to the next area when we move on and just grind there. It'll be cave anyway, which for the most part we're fine with, because ground is good on rock, I believe.
For some reason I panicked then. I attacked the Bidoof, saw the health bar go down, but then just was like, in my head I was like, that's my health bar, and then crap myself as I saw it codes it. As I saw it go down to like red, I was like, oh no. Kind of coughing fit in the middle of that.
Wait, so you're using your Cranidos. What level is it?
It's about to be level 22.
What level is my shield on? I think it's level 21. Yeah. So we're actually about right. I just want this to be up to level 21 to tie it with everything else.
Yeah, I mean, after this it would be
Then
2 on 21, 2 on 22, 2 on 23.
I have mostly lower. I have 123, 122, 121. I think the other three I'm stopping at 21. One level difference won't mean very much. But it would just be... It means that we can grind at a different place and it'll actually be relevant, rather than killing level 14s constantly.
Well, just make our way through the like Mount Coronet.
Yeah, it's enough to progress. I don't know if we'll do that now, because it's 25 past, and...
Yeah, it might be best to just stop.
Yeah. I'll get the Shellos up to 21 and save.
Yeah, because I can't remember if we got the Mount Coronet encounter, didn't we? Because we got it up.
I'll check. Oh, is it all the same cave?
I think so. Yeah, because it's just a little bit to the top, but you need strength to get to it, I think.
Can I see? Nuzlocke Tools, Route Tracker. Orbug Mine, Eternal Forest, Fogo Ironworks, Mount Coronet. It does not say. Wayward Cave, Old Chateau, Orbug Gate. Unless you're thinking of Orbug Gate. Mining Museum, Lake Verity.
It was the one to the left of the because it's to the left
Mystery
of here,
Zone?
to the right of here. Sorry.
What counts as Mystery Zone? What? I've only just noticed that.
I don't know.
We've caught something called... Hold on.
What?
Pokelink Mystery Zone. Hold on. Pokelink... Pokemon... Platinum... Unless Mystery Zone counts as Mystery Gifts? Mystery Zone. Bulbapedia. It's a location header that's programmed to every core series since Generation... Ah, okay. It's the undefined.
Alright.
It's the undefined areas, like if you run outside of the loaded map using cheats. Yeah, in Platinum it's null, empty map, black void, or like West Forest, sea, the mountains. Yeah, it's just the background sections and unloaded areas. So I'm assuming it just comes up because it's technically an area entry. It's area 0. And it's just caught. Fair enough. Random piece. But no, on the route tracker, Mount Coronet is missing. It has not been caught. I know what you mean. Like, we should have caught something. Unless we... Well, we can't just skip it because we have to.
We might have saved it. Because we didn't.
Maybe we can check our list in the Pokemon Center as well.
Yeah, I've just done that. There's
Is there anything
nothing.
from that? What about the dead box?
No, nothing.
Then we must have saved it. That's good actually, because we can get something at a higher level.
Yeah, I think that's what we did. Because I remember. Actually, we can quickly look. And I'm going to do that. See if the guy. Yeah, because you can't actually go anywhere, can you? Because it's like.
Being the route to the right from here. Did we even do the fights over there?
I think we did the fights.
I don't remember. Did we do a Ninja Kid?
Yeah, I think so.
I genuinely don't remember.
No.
I might as well go too. Meow. And of course, let's encounter. It's a meditate.
Well, we fought this guy. This is smoke. Yeah, smoke coronet.
We just must have not gone in. Did I get the item down there? Oh, it used to detect. Die!
Yeah, if I have, I think you have.
Yeah, but it's just whether or not I actually did. Because there's probably something where one of us has done it and the other one didn't. Somewhere.
I think most of that is, I think you've planted more berries than I have. I think I've only done it like
Probably.
once or twice because I forget.
I'm just going for when we get Fly. I'm just going to... Oh, I did. I'm just going to do the Berry World Tour. Because if you have them grown, obviously you have to go back and water them and stuff, which I watered them when I planted them. But Generation 4 is overpowered in terms of making berries. That's why I'm planting so many, because it's genuinely going to pay off massively later on. In terms of the numbers. Whether or not I'll use them, I don't know. Yeah, I tapped all of those times where I need to tap like 3 times. Anyway, is this where we shall end?
Do we want to get to the point?
Yeah,
I
was just thinking we might as well go down there.
Is it? Oh yeah, it's down here. Of course, we went all the way back up here, didn't we?
Yeah, because Generation 4, like every Pokemon game, is surprisingly tiny. Even Generation 7 are small areas. They're sub-areas in the areas. Like, which are decently sized. But the map makes it look so much bigger than it really is. Route 207. We're going this way, aren't we?
To the right, yeah.
Yeah, which I don't believe
we haven't
fought anyone. No.
Them yet. No.
What's this trainer tip? Is there an item behind the trainer tip? No. Trainer tips. Pokemon may become immobilized if they are asleep or paralyzed. Oh, just telling you, paralyzed and don't be paralyzed.
It's a big opportunity. Use it and brutally murder them.
be the Hawk Wasp or Tarantula Hawk Wasp. They paralyze things, don't they?
Yeah, one of the like wasps like paralyzes like the tarantulas and stuff.
Yeah, but there's also a type of wasp that paralyzes the tarantula, plants its babies, and then they eat the tarantula while it's still alive.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's that one. It might be.
I think it's that one. They're mean.
Yeah,
that's just a real sucky way to go.
Yeah, but considering that most insects and smaller animals have very limited nervous systems and very limited brains, I doubt they really feel it or care.
I suppose if you're
their instincts
paralyzed.
do also... Well, if you're fully paralyzed, you probably will feel it. But I don't know if they have much in the way of pain receptors, because their bodies are literally just solid water balloons. Their heart is literally a pumping tube that just swirls the liquid around a bit.
So even with like crabs and stuff, they'll just like pull off their own arms.
Oh yeah, that's because crabs are insane. Also, they grow back, unlike us.
And fish just really don't care. That's the problem with us. We're too smart for our own good. We know when we've received a bad injury, and it makes us panic. That's the entirety of shock.
Also,
that's why
you just shut down.
Yeah, that's why you can see like animals that have like entire chunks taken out of them, and they're just like vibing.
Yeah, but then they can also regenerate from it For some
Well, no,
reason,
but
humans
even, like-
didn't evolve that too much.
But even just like other like large mammals
Yeah.
can have like really massive injuries and just
One that I
Carry
saw,
on.
which was interesting, is there was a monkey, or ape in general, but it was called monkey something as a research and safety place. And there was a chimpanzee with a basically spear wound through his balls. You could literally just see a hole through them, and they just said, "Oh yeah, that'll heal." If we had that, we'd lose it.
Hmm.
It's like
Yeah,
he genuinely had a hole through it.
the only thing we have is big brain.
Yeah, that's
That's all we have, and the thumbs.
even
even
then,
then-
other animals have thumbs. Some of them
Yeah.
have thumbs on their feet.
But like, you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah,
It's
our
like-
advantage is we're smart, and that's it.
our pros and cons lists. Our pros are big brain and thumbs.
Hmm.
Other than that, it's like we're not that
Yeah,
strong
pro-
for our body weight comparatively.
Yeah, our muscles are really not that dense. Also, another problem, going back to society, is everyone seems to have the opinion of someone else will do it.
Hmm.
Which isn't good. Also, we kill ourselves. As species, we just attack each other. For
For fun,
funs.
for a laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah. No, oh, that's going into like World War stuff. Lions led by donkeys is an amazing quote, because it's true. Brave people sent to die by people who would rather sit at home watching news or whatever and give some orders. Obviously, that's not what happened, but it's how it felt. Probably. I wasn't there.
Mm.
I'm not that old. No, some of them were genuinely incompetent. A lot of the war commanders in World Wars 1 and 2 were only given it because they were lords. I didn't mean they were qualified, it just meant they were rich.
Hmm.
Which was part of the problem. I like where I just stood here. I don't remember if I saved or not. I think I saved twice, just because I keep forgetting.
I can't remember if I saved here or back up, so I'm just going to do it now.
Also, the more saves, the better.
Hmm.
Also, I learned the reason Minecraft Windows 10 crashes, stop burping, is because of a bad update. Resource packs being turned on means... Oh yeah, right. I keep thinking exit, back to the title screen. No, it's just exit the thing, because I press B to close it. Oh right, I should turn this back on. Turn on your battle thing.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that was a bad update, so resource packs crash it a lot. Which is another reason I just kind of stopped last time. Because I did it because it took so much less time than I thought it would. And I was already annoyed anyway. Because it just kept crashing.
Hmm.
Obviously I could have played with them off, but it crashed with them off. I think. I don't remember. I tried for far too long anyway. The first 10 minutes was me just trying to get it to be stable enough to work.
So actually, because we've gone longer on a couple of other streams, doing this one shorter gets us back to almost exactly
Yeah.
20.
The way I
Right.
do it as 3 hours or a long enough point of convenience. We're at a long enough point of convenience. 2.5 hours and it's time to move on, so we might as well just stop because we won't move on far enough in that half hour.
We won't get to Heart Home.
No. Well,
In that
actually, we
time.
might, but probably not. Because fights take a surprisingly long time in this
Yeah.
game. Oh, all
Especially-
Pokemon games.
Especially when you're being careful.
Yeah.
It served its purpose.
Hmm.
Everyone leveled up.
This is my team. Where we have pun, pun, stupid name, pun, stupid name, stupid name. It's about 50-50. Literally, these three are puns, these three are stupid names. Though the
I know,
thing with
just
Nom Nom
stupid names.
is Nom Nom is most accurate in the middle. As a Zubat, its mouth is tiny, and as a Crobat, its mouth is like 4 lines. And Chompus is always accurate.
I want to make sure I don't level up the Weasel too much because he's got the good dark move that I want to.
Yeah, I have
So-
no dark moves. I am genuinely just gonna go on neutral attacks, which is fine. I'll win.
Though my Cranidos also has Pursuit, which is nice.
Yeah.
So I think the
Really?
Weasel,
Ooh,
the
actually,
Cranidos,
hold on.
and the Gibble.
Oh no,
Just
yeah, it
maybe
has.
right.
Yeah, it has like.
No,
Yeah, no, my thingy.
I was just okay. For some reason, I thought Dragon was weak to Ghost.
No,
I panicked.
they're neutral to each other.
Yeah. Okay.
The only problem with using the Golbats, though, is they will have problems with the Mismagius' Psybeam. We can't use it against Mismagius.
Hmm.
We can use it against the first two, which is a problem because I have no other Dark move. But my other Pokemon are fine. Like, whatever I decide to use, I'll be fine. Like, stats-wise, special defense. I'm probably sending the Pachirisu. That's 51 special defense. Actually, it's really good stats in general, apart from physical attack, which is annoying because it has one physical, one special attack. Fair enough. Actually, my stats overall are pretty decent. I might even send in the shield on because it has metal. Ooh, metal sound is physical attack. It's no special defense. Ooh, that's annoying. It has no special moves. What's its special attack? Oh, it could do either. Fair enough.
My Cranidos' attack is very high. Its special attack is not very good, but
What's my Cranidos? 36, 24. Yours is something. What is yours?
That's the Gibble, but
Cranidos. Yes, it is.
I was about to say, you don't have a Cranidos.
Hold on. My shield on. There you go. 28, 26. But its defenses are 56 and 47. I smell something, and something smells wrong. I don't know what that is. It could also just be cleaning products. Hopefully.
Yeah, my Cranidos has 64 attack.
Oh, you're looking in Pokelink. I was looking in game.
21 special attack, and 25 defense, 19 special defense.
Supposedly a 64. Was that a 64 attack?
Mine does, yeah.
Oh, okay, because I was thinking at 64 HP, is it just bugged? No. What's my highest attack? My highest attack is my Gibble. Oh no, my Golbat 42. But my highest special attack is one. Also my Golbat 36. I have a very defensive team. You have a very offensive team. My defense stats are really high compared to yours.
Yeah, my best defense is probably actually the Ponyta. No,
it's your Pachirisu.
No, it's the Golbat.
Golbat?
46 compared to 44.
Oh, I mean defense and special defense.
Special defense is better.
Yeah. My highest single defense stat is my Pachirisu with 51. I genuinely have no idea what that smells. I should probably go. Well, there's other people in the house anyway. I don't know. Either way.
I didn't realize you could do that. If you
what?
click the ball, it sends you to the Pokemon.
Yeah, there's a lot of little stuff like that in the game. They use the touchscreen a lot.
I don't really tend to use it when I play it, so it's probably why I didn't know.
Also, for us, we'd either have to have a touchscreen monitor, which can work with DS emulators, or just use your mouse. Which, for me, obviously my mouse shows. That's not the touchscreen.
Yeah.
The touchscreen is this side.
It would probably work with my drawing tablet.
Yeah, it would. Probably. Try it. If you move the thing... Well, actually, you'd have to move it. Is it even plugged in?
No. There's not enough room on my desk.
But yeah, no, it probably would, because your drawing tablet is just a touch monitor, isn't it? And that's literally all it is.
Yeah. If it works the same way it works when you're with how it does drawing,
you might have to touch might have to be done differently. Well, no, touch is just treated as a click, which is what touch here is. It should work. I tried it on my 2-in-1 thingy. It runs badly, but it can, because it's a bad touchscreen. But it can do it, and it does work how you think it would. There's just little differences, like certain things you'll have to do slightly differently. But yeah, either way, we should probably end, because we've been here for 12 minutes doing nothing.
Yep.
Genuinely, the length of an entire episode if you were to do 10, 12, 15-minute parts or whatever. I could split them up so much and make so many parts out of this. I'm not going to. I actually have 2 Binding of Isaac ones I have to split up, which I just haven't I didn't last time either. I'm bad at it. I was in the habit of doing it, and now I'm just not. Part of it is just because of streams going missing, so I just kind of didn't. Like and also work and stuff. My routine just changed. But yeah, no, streams are constant, which is good. I'm happy I have them at the time they're at, because if they were earlier, I feel like they get in the way.
Yeah.
The only thing is consistency of viewers, which will go up as more people appear, but for the people who appear, they never appear at the same time, so I can't get affiliate. Which I don't mind, because I'm not doing it for any reason, I'm doing it because it's actually fun. Even if I am annoyed in certain streams, but that's more because the way that I would describe it is, if you get annoyed at a game but you keep playing, it's because of the session, not the game itself.
Yeah.
Which is true. Also, stop playing if you're annoyed, because that's not fun. I know some people have literally made careers out of it, and it's like, good luck with your mental health in 10 years' time. But either way, on that... Oh, Pantry has an item. Didn't even notice. Super Potion. On the Super Potion bombshell, we are going to end. Oh, I need to save again, actually, because I've done that. 4 times, I think. Once it's saved. I like how is that a little pose, or are they crouching? Can't tell.
Not sure.
I don't know. Anyway. Bye!
Bye.